Okay, now we are getting to drama now. Okay, now this is a real drama. This one, it's a bit questionable, but this, okay, now this is real drama. Bruhh meta's boring. AoE meta's boring. DOT meta's boring. HP meta's boring. Have you considered that you maybe just don't like the game? True, very true, very true, very true. And then a bit spoiler here, you know, I did want the reply. I like the game, but Bruhh has always sucked dick. Holy shit, Firefly suck dick. Damn. I would dive on this hero, most boring archetype for damage that is punished super heavily for not being heavily invested, plus very good relics, more so than any other team in my opinion. Because, okay, now I'm getting one guy so much on Twitter. Let's analyze the tweet first. Firstly, most boring archetype later that is punished super heavily for not being heavily invested, plus very good relics, right? Let's see. The most punished archetype? Most punished stuff, okay. Chat, can you imagine duty without Hustlers, without Kafka? Can you imagine Cash Rise without... Okay, to be fair, Cash Rise does work though. Okay, let's imagine Fanon without Sunday, Tevadra. You know, let's imagine Akron without Cypher, Silver Wolf, or Sparkle, right? Let's imagine Fei Xiao without Robin. Let's imagine Firefly. Yeah, without Fugue. I mean, we have HMC though, right? Without Ling Xiao, okay, to be fair, I can learn Ling Xiao the same thing. Without Runway. Okay, to be fair, Runway is like needed, right? But like again, she's not heavily like punished. That definitely way more punished guy. Example DOT and maybe like some high carry team. And Fua also suffer from the same reason. Us that they need Robin, us Firefly need Runway, right? I skip all break units. Can't be me, bro, can't be me. Just look at the most used team in MOC. Shit, hold on. Like, yeah, imagine DOT without Hazelens. Cash Rise without maybe Hyacinth should be Fanon without, you know. I mean, yeah, like, of course, you know. Like, to be fair, the Break have like one support or two support. Runway release in Opaque X, then Fugue is a new one. Ling Xiao, you can replace her with Gallagher and still work fine, right? So Firefly got fucking like two support, minimum, you know, maximum. Shit, right? So like, you can look at the fucking like, looking Cash Rise, she got a billion more. Oh, Fanon as well, right? Like, you know, yeah, stuff like Glare without Robin, Sunday, you know. Like, definitely not Firefly, not Bruhh for sure. 5 full to X team. I mean, yeah. Okay, I mean, okay, now hold on. Not being heavily invested. Okay, now we could infer this in many different ways. First way is that, do you mean having the full team, like having Fugue, Ling Xiao, one way? Because I don't think so. Can you imagine Fanon without Sunday and Sadra? Like, you know, Glare without Sunday as well. Or like, you know, DOT without Kafka and Hazelin, right? Like, they are needed. They are mandatory to get Swas, you know, Break as well. And two, do you mean like, and by heavily invested, do you mean getting S1, E2, E1, S6, you know, and stuff, or S5, E6 or something, right? Because I don't think so. You can still clear with like a good free-to-play. You can still clear the game with a good free-to-play. What is it? What the picture? What the picture? With free-to-play, E2S free-to-play, you know, team. Just saying, you can still clear in game with a free-to-play break team, right? Focus not for Firefly. I mean, kinda like imagine using HMC. Okay, now HMC is still viable to be fair, but like when the enemy don't have the imaginary weaknesses, HMC does decrease in value a lot. Unlike Fugui, where she doesn't rely on the enemy weaknesses, she is more of a debuffer than a she's more of a enabler than a kind of sub DPS mixture, right? Like HMC. She's more up. I know, but like you have to understand, HMC arguably can be better, but depend on the situation. Like you cannot use HMC versus, let's say, Flame River, because he doesn't have the imaginary weaknesses, and therefore HMC value for break will decrease a lot. Unlike Fugui, where all she does is just either 1 Eon Firefly and 2 get old. That's it. That's all she does. Unlike HMC, where her value depends on how fast can you break the enemy, so that she can exploit the DDD, right? Different thing, different characters, different mechanics and stuff. So Fugui does buff Firefly. It does make her viable, because imagine using HMC, the value that Firefly gonna have also gonna decrease as well. That's from the #1 break fan right there. In TikTok right there, bro. So yeah. What else can I talk about? Break always suck dick out down this hill. What is it? Objective? No. Is it objective? No. Subjective. Based on, yeah. Okay, so subjective opinion. Sure. Most boring archetype for damage. Okay, very good relics. Pose. And like, boring archetype. Like any can be boring. I consider Ragebait carry to be boring. I don't know why, but they're boring. I consider Full to be boring as well. Me brain just work differently, I guess. Am I stupid or something? Maybe. Like, different people, their brain work differently, so you can't say for sure that book is boring. When me, I enjoy it, So yeah. W range bit. Break is goated. True. So yeah, that's for the soft drama there, which is true, by the way. This is very true. Oh, try jab about the meta, like comparing Bruhh, AoE, DOT, and HP stuff. Should I do that? Like, should I compare, like, should I like do a Ragebait jab where I compare each archetype stuff? Like compare break unit to, like, the amount, the gameplay, the damage potential, the support and stuff. I think it's gonna be very, very rich bitty. It's gonna be very rich bitty.